What's going on? Made it on time today. I'm 2 minutes early. That means that work was not as hectic. Man, I'm annoyed right now, yo. I know what happened in the parking lot. I think somebody backed into my bumper, so I got a little dent in the front. You can pop it out though. So I'm about to stop at a hardware store, get one of them things to suck out the dent. It doesn't matter. It's minor, but when it's something minor that I can fix with the vehicle, then I'm gonna handle it. I'm just like, man, annoying, man. Ooh, boy. Sleepy did work with me though. I got my check. My check was pretty decent though, so you know what I'm saying? They gave me like a little burst of energy. It just sucked when you work hard and you still broke. That's the definition of slavery. You figure if you work hard, you should be able to play hard, not work hard and just go to sleep and get back up and just to work and never enjoy yourself. So, busting my behind with this job right now is building character, but at least it's helping me take care of the things I need to take care of. I can actually see more lights at the end of various financial tunnels. And just, you know, handling things here and there, and still being able to pursue my comedy at night. So it's all good. It's cool. People starting to call me. I'm getting bookings left and right. You will see more of it. I ain't gonna say anything about it, but when I drop it, you'll see it. I know this year, as far as out of state, I'm booked in Maryland in July, and I'm booked in Memphis, Tennessee in October. Those are my 2 out-of-state joints so far that you know what I mean? So far. In the news, I don't know if I talked about the State of the Union yesterday. I don't know, because did it happen yesterday? I think it happened the day before. I probably mentioned it, but it's just so much division, so much divisiveness in politics. It's a very sad thing. But it's even more sad when people just get their emotions so tied into people that don't even know that they exist. Like, if you always hate watch somebody, everything that they say and do just triggers you, and the only reason that you're even able to see anything that they say is because you willfully look for it, at that point, you just asking for it, man. If you hate somebody that doesn't even know you exist and everything that they say triggers your emotions, then you are tethered to them. It's like an umbilical cord directly attached to their mouth, and you hate everything that they say. And so every time that they speak, it controls your emotions. Nobody should never, ever let another person have that much power over them. Yeah, you can be like, I don't care for somebody. Like, the opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is indifference. You just like, hey, whatever, you know, that's what they do. But some individuals, it's unfortunate that they feel like they are doing their own personal health a service by constantly hate scrolling, hate following, and hate watching somebody. That's weird, man. There's plenty of people, whether celebrities, athletes, politicians, etc., that I'm not fond of, but I don't spend like all my waking moments of just lamenting on how much I dislike something. That's weird. Doesn't seem like that is life's purpose. Don't think it is. I don't think, unless you know, you're just a masochist and you like pain and you like making yourself upset, then hey, by all means, keep doom scrolling, you freaking freaks. It's nice out. It's 43 degrees. 43 degrees, or as I call it, fat man summer. 43 degrees is fat man summer. This is the weather where fat dudes can wear Speedos and feel comfortably out here. It feels great in the New England area. I'm in Massachusetts, about to cross the Connecticut line right now. Feels wonderful out here. What else going on in the news? Oh yeah, the T.I. beefing with 50 Cent. Well, Lil King, that's T.I.'s son, He going at 50 Cent hard. He said, talk about my mama, talk about your dead mama. You want to talk about my mama, talk about your dead mama, how your dead mama. And then what Lil King did was somehow he figured out where 50 Cent's mother's gravesite and his grandmother's gravesite, and he posted pictures of 50 Cent when he young, posting pictures of his moms and all that. These young dudes is different, man. He said, do you think Trump liked the taste of a pastrami Reuben? You know what? I don't think Trump liked the taste of a pastrami Reuben. I think Trump only eats fast food, man. He talks about it. He talks about how he loves McDonald's and KFC, and I forget who won like years ago. Some sports team won something, some college team. I don't know if it was basketball. I think it was basketball, because it was kind of, it was basically, they won some type of championship, and then he just brought out, it was just a whole bunch of Burger King everywhere. Like, yeah, you niggas like these burgers. And like one of the dudes in the interview's like, yo, it was the weirdest thing ever. But like, he brought us all Burger King? Like, what? No, I don't think Trump is classy enough to enjoy the taste of a pastrami Reuben. No. McRib? Yes. Pastrami Reuben? Nah, I don't see that. But anyway, back to what I was saying. That's the boy Matt Jones from ECSU alumni back in the days, you know what I mean? Matt Jones is a doctor from the New London area. I'm just putting all your business out there, man. Used to be a DJ and eventually became a doctor. And he looks like Jake from State Farm, the black version, not the white version. He looks like they look just like, if you click on Matt Jones' picture, dude look just like Jake from State Farm. He say, nah, he definitely like pancakes. Have you seen his stomach? I seriously doubt that Donald Trump is eating something healthy. I know you're probably saying that because you're trying to say that he's a racist dictator, a fascist dictator. I'm not going to get into all that. I will just say, if that was truly a fascist dictator, none of us will be able to express our opinions against him. Because in true fascist dictatorial-like countries, you can't go to State of the Unions and yell and express your displeasure with the government. No, you're getting round up, you're getting handcuffs put on you, you're getting put in paddy wagons, and you're getting sent away from your family. And en masse, that's not happening in America. People need to stop being so hyperbolic, you know, but that's just the news, that's what it is. There's certain people at the top on the left side of the news, they're just pushing a certain message, and they're pushing in a certain agenda. And people that can't think for themselves, they eat it up, they don't form their own opinion, and they just go along with it. I think comparing Trump to like calling him a fascist and a Nazi and a dictator and Hitler and all that, I think it's actually like disrespectful to individuals that actually went through the Third Reich and actually survived through that, and who like lost relatives to that, to like something that was actually people being put in gas chambers, people being rounded up, people getting tattoos put on their faces, you know, or barcodes on their body, people getting singed in ovens and things like that. You understand what I'm saying? Like some real stuff, not just people talking trash or making memes or anything like that. No, we're talking about some real stuff, and we need to stop comparing the troubles that we have today with actual real shit that actually happened not even that long ago, like 60 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's the equivalent of, you got a shitty ass job, right? You're not making no money, and they barely give you raises or whatever, shitty benefits. You be like, this is slavery. This is like transatlantic slavery, and my boss is a slave master. No, your boss just talks shit to you. He's not whipping you in your back if you don't properly sort your mail. He's not holding your best friend up by his penis. You know, you understand what I'm saying? He's not taking your baby mother and that's like 9 months pregnant, and then slicing her stomach open and then stamping on the baby just to keep you in line. So we need to stop using these hyperbolic terms of great evil things that happened back in the days, just to kind of parallel it with whatever situation or whatever person we don't like today, just to push an agenda. I think that's one of the most disingenuous things that Americans, on the left and on the right, whoever does that, does, man. I think that's wrong, you know? But I ain't gonna preach too much. We're going to get to these jokes, though. A couple jokes. There's only like 2 of them I really wanted to work on. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, back in the days, speaking of pancakes, I used to work at IHOP in Bloomfield in the Capaco. So it was a lot of Jamaicans. You understand what I'm saying? And there was this one Jamaican chick, my homegirl, I ain't gonna say her name, that worked with me. But she was chocolate. She had a big booty, giant booty. But she was very, very prissy. And she was like, Jamaicans speak the Queen's English. We speak the Queen's English. I said, no, y'all don't. Because you ain't never hear Queen Elizabeth say, ting-a-ling-a-ling, scoo-bella-ring, knife and fork and 5 for doubling. Booyaka, booyaka. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never hear Prince Andrew say, girls, girls, every day, from London, Canada, and USA. You never heard Prince Andrew dance to any of that music or sing that music. You ain't never heard Princess Diana, rest in peace, sing, if I was a rich girl, na 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 na. See, I have all the money. And you never heard them sing any of that. You ain't speak the Queen's English. Hell no. I can't even understand what y'all saying half the time. No. I think I'll just keep it on the racial theme. Oh yeah, man. 90s freestyle music. Early 90s freestyle music was fire. That had the hood by storm. But it often gave terrible advice to young, impressionable men. Y'all remember that song? Maria, the most beautiful thing I ever heard. By, not K, is it K7? No, TKA, that's whatever. You know what I'm saying? Well, in that song, yo, you know, you gotta listen to it and pay attention to the lyrics, because it takes you on a journey. She was fine. Okay, the girl was beautiful. This girl was from the projects. Yeah, okay, she's from the projects, hold up. She had long brown hair and her body wouldn't compare. So I'm thinking, no, she's a Puerto Rican girl, living in the projects, dope body, long, beautiful hair. Now, she lived in the projects, but I'm gonna still give it a chance. She had a boy, what? A drug dealer, but I didn't mind. But you didn't mind? But you didn't mind? You had a crush on a Puerto Rican chick with long brown hair, a shapely, thick body that lived in the projects with a drug dealer boyfriend, and you didn't care? You had a death wish, man. What are you talking about now? And then like the chorus goes, so tell your boyfriend how I think about you, cause I need you, and I gotta make you mine. I'm like, tell your boyfriend how I think about you? Are you kidding? The moment that she tells her boyfriend that some young Puerto Rican dude that probably has a paper route has a crush on her, he gonna smack her, then he gonna shoot him. What is he talking about, man? And my girlfriend was like, no, it doesn't say tell your boyfriend. It says don't tell your boyfriend. I'm like, listen, man. Me changing the lyrics makes the jokes funny. You just shut up and be pretty. I'm going to make these jokes. And this is the thing about Maria, the whole situation. Let's say somehow he wins hard. Somehow like he snitched on the drug dealer get caught up. He shut down the whole organization. Maria has been dealing with a drug dealer for probably from middle school to high school. And she's probably getting all the finest things, the minks, the jewelry, caviar. All you got is a paper route. What the hell are you going to give her, man? You know what I'm saying? Birthday cards, bubbles and balloons? You know what I'm saying? Hector, I'm just assuming Hector in jail. Hector's dead. You told him Hector's gone. The drug dealer is gone. But now she got to hop out of these Rolls Royces and then ride it on the back of your bike on the paper route? Maria is not a bad idea. There are plenty of nerdy Hispanic women that live in the suburbs That still mess with drug dealers. There's no way around it. I don't care if she's in the hood. I don't care if she's in the burbs. A young, impressionable Latina, from my young brothers out here that's still doing their dating thing, whether they're in the suburbs or whether they are in the hood, there's always a drug dealer that's associated with them. So you might as well just deal with a nerdy white chick. And then you got to deal with their racist father. You know what I'm saying? Reggaeton was some big music, man. Reggaeton was big music, like a little bit after freestyle, you know what I mean, a couple of years after, because it always had the same beat, whatever, man. But you know, I love Puerto Ricans. I think the women are some of the most beautiful individuals on the earth. My problem was always the poppies, man. My problem was always the dudes. Because what make them think it's cool to drive through the hood with their Honda Civics, windows down, reggae music, no bass, all treble, blasting like it's hot, man. That is terrible, man. They be riding through the hood like this. Nah, that's way too much bass. It's actually like this. Hold on. That song is terrible, man. Turn that ish off. He was playing it at 6 a.m. I gotta get woken up to roosters and tweeters, man. I feel like reggaeton is aphrodisiac music for goofy Spanish chicks, man. I could be riding through the hood, singing like a Spanish chick walk by. She's like, oh my God, that's my song, I'm pregnant. And she just get pregnant from the sound waves, you know what I'm saying? Hispanic women are so fertile that sound waves will get them. You text a penis picture to a fertile Hispanic woman and you will be paying child support 9 months from now. That's how fertile of a race. They say by 2050, the whole America going to be like 90% Hispanic, man. You see they already done made the Super Bowl Spanish, you know what I'm saying? Spanish speaking. What you think is going to happen in 2050, man? I'm glad I'm off the dating market, yo. I'm glad because I am not the top choice on these apps. I'm like an Arby's sandwich. Sure, I have the meats, but I'm not necessarily the first choice. Who in the world gets hungry and they're like, yo, Burger King, like, you know, get yourself a Whopper. Nah, I'm good. How about let's go to McDonald's, get yourself a double quarter pounder with cheese. Nah, I'm straight, man. Let me get this roast beef sandwich with horseradish. Not the top choice. I'm trying to work on that one, man. Because before I used to say McDonald's hot dog, but I'm trying to work on that Arby's joint. I'm trying to work on that Arby's. You say, I got the meats. I'm just not the first choice. I could say something like that. Oh yeah. The only people that want an Arby's sandwich, the only people that want Arby's sandwiches is weirdos, hillbillies, and truckers. I'm all set. And that's basically just a euphemism. I'm trying to make a parallel, like only the undesirables approach me on these dating apps. So I'm trying to bridge that gap. I'm trying to make people see that I'm an Arby's sandwich. I'm not really as desired as much, you know, as the Whopper or the Big Mac. And if you go to Arby's, I mean, in my trucking job, like my boss, this cat love Arby's. Arby's actually got some good food, I ain't gonna lie. But nobody's eating a hot roast beef sandwiches. Not when they got burgers as a choice. No, that's just not happening. Now I want some Arby's so I guess I'm one of those fat weirdo truckers. And I guess I'm a hillbilly too, because of my political sensibilities. Oh man. But yeah, man, we can't have our emotions tethered to these people, like, you know, 50 Cent, T.I., and people taking sides. I like this guy, I like that guy, man. It does nothing. It's all entertainment. It does nothing for our lives, man. unless you're creating content and you're giving your take on what's going on, then in that instance, hey, make your paper, man. I don't get caught up in this Hollywood stuff, man. Not at all. Trying to fool. I'm so annoyed that my car got a dent. I'm hoping this dent sucker pause will be able to pop it out properly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, anybody want to top in? Only person I threw a little joke was Matt, and Matt not even a comedian. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's watching want to throw a joke? You know what I'm saying? Got any requests? Want to hear from me? You know, by I did Maxine Waters yesterday. I'm gonna do this impersonation again, man. Yeah, I did talk about the State of the Union. I did yesterday. I did because I did. Yeah, and I just realized something when I'm listening to Maxine Waters, her voice sounds like a perfect blend of Hank Hill from King of the Hill. That there, Bobby, he is the most confused boy I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't even know how I had the genetic makeup to make a boy that's so slow. And her voice is Hank Hill mixed with Bill Clinton. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. So if you combine them together, I just want to say, I don't like Donald Trump, and I don't like anything he stands for. I will not waste my time being at the public State of the Union, because all he gonna do is lie and say all kinds of things that's not even true. I'd just rather be at home and just watching RuPaul's Drag Race, and hopefully my great-granddaughter that's really a boy will get a sex change at 11 years old because I approve of it and I'm a representative, and children can be able to sexually alter themselves and genetically alter themselves in the state. It will be state sanctioned and funded because kids, they can make a choice that would alter the rest of their life when they're 11 years old, but they are not allowed to smoke cigarettes because that's bad for their health. You can't tell me that don't sound like Maxine Waters. I got a little bit of Monique there too, but it's a lot more manic. Monique, hi my beautiful baby. It's like, hi my baby. Oh, you gotta hear my boy Impression Prince when he does Monique's impersonation, and when he says Lee Daniels, that jump. And Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, and Lee Daniels. Yo, that junk is bad. I gotta hit up. I wish Impression Prince was on here. I tell him like, yo, hop in right now and do the Monique impression. That junk is mad funny. I won't say Lee Daniels when he says Lee Daniels, man. But you know what? I didn't really do an impression run on these lives, so I think I'm gonna flex some of my impressions. Now, this is my impression of Barack Obama. Now you see, Trump, he's a scumbag, and he's running this country and to the ground. Now, I had my hand in it when I was in office for the past 8 years, trying to repair what George W. Bush did, and I'm making it worse. But now Trump is a fascist. He's Satan. And if I see that nigga, it's on sight. That's the Barack Obama. I don't care what you try to do. Every single thing that you did was one of the worst things. The worst president of all time. I don't feel like doing Trump. Like, my voice is very raspy. I could do Joe Biden. Joe Biden, you don't even gotta talk. You just gotta just act old. That's Joe Biden's voice. Pudding. Any pudding, tapioca. That's Joe Biden. Charles Barkley, listen here, man. You know, I've lost a lot of weight because I've been on those Ozempic pills, and I'm just trying to get sexy. I know I'm 64 years old, but I'm still going to be out here and just getting these hoes. That's what I'm going to do. That's Charles Barkley. Shannon Sharp. Now listen here, Skip. You got to understand, you told me to put my glasses back on. I haven't really done Shannon Sharp in a very long time. I got to listen to his voice a little bit now. This one sounds kind of terrible. because I don't really follow his podcast like that. But you gotta, you know, Shannon Sharp kind of sound like that old school uncle that like to make the barbecue. You got to laugh. You know what I'm saying? Cat Williams, that's the easiest impersonation ever. Now, Shannon, I just wanted to tell you, when Cedric Entertainer saw my joke when I was talking about, what was it? I was riding an airplane in the neighborhood, and he was riding a spaceship in a space shuttle. He stole my joke, and he transformed it from a plane to an extraterrestrial vehicle, but I should punch that man in his stomach. That's Cat Williams. Dave Chappelle. Listen here, man. I've been doing comedy for 37 years. I realize that when people come to my show, you have to lock the phones. Ow! Which is essentially an impersonation of Tony Woods, who Dave credits a lot of his style. Dave is an amalgamation of Tony Woods and Charlie Barnett. Great comedians, historical. I need a microphone to do Paul Mooney, so I can't really do that right now. This is my impersonation of Lavelle Crawford. I just want to tell a couple jokes to people. Because like, when you do Lavelle, you got to make your voice real raspy and make your eyes big when you tell it a punchline. And then you got to make your tongue real lazy. That's Lavelle. I got Norm Macdonald. I passed away back in 2019 because I had cancer. I didn't tell anybody, but once I got to heaven, I was really upset because there were no whores. Nobody has genitals. We just sitting on the clouds and playing harps and just looking at the earth destroy itself. This place sucks. Send me to hell where there's more whores. Ari Spears, listen here, nigga. The best comedian of all time, Ryan Davis. He's better than Eddie Murphy, better than Richard Pryor. He's better than Eddie Murphy, better than Richard Pryor. Vlad TV, Vlad. I don't know. That I don't got the mindset to do the Aries. I don't feel like doing the Aries. Pause. No Diddy. Jadakiss, when I first met you, you was on my dick. Jigga gave you his own Bentleys, and now you on some shit. You know, Jadakiss, you know, that's his rapping voice. He kind of Jadakiss sounds a lot like Shredder from the Ninja Turtles, who was voiced by James Avery, rest in peace, from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Uncle Phil. You know, any other voices I know? Terrence Howard. Listen here, man. I've been out of the spotlight for a very long time because I decided to become a Jehovah's Witness, and then I decided to become an engineer, and I've discovered the Pythagorean of life, and I know the secrets to the universe. I already did Lavelle Crawford. I did it one time already. I'm not gonna do it again because doing Lavelle Crawford kind of make your voice. It kind of make me lose my voice. I don't want to do Lavelle Crawford again. Who else do I got, man? I got a lot of voices, man. Got some names out, man. Sean Connery. He said Jehovah spelled with a J, but in Hebrew it's spelled with an I. Sometimes you just have to give the woman a nice little smack. Yes, Sean Connery, I wouldn't say he was pro-woman violence, but he was definitely pro-correction, if you know what I mean. He was definitely pro-correction. If you have the inclination to want to give some correction to the significant other that you are with, if they move you to want to do that, just don't be with them. You will get over the heartache. you will find somebody else that won't push you or motivate you to want to give them correction. Any other voices? Let me see. Steve Harvey. What you say? Woo! What you say there, boy? I gotta hear. I can't think of his dialogue, but I say, what you say, boy? What? I don't watch Steve Harvey enough to know his dialogue, but I would have to watch his dialogue a lot more to get that one in my bag. Arnold Schwarzenegger, everybody know that. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, you don't have to say nothing. You just that's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Sylvester Stallone. Hey yo, Adrian, you don't think I could beat Apollo? I think I could beat Apollo if you give me a chance, Adrian. That's actually, that tone is very similar to Lavelle Crawford. I just realized that. Or not Lavelle Crawford, but Splinter. I don't know what we say about it. Hey. I don't have a Robert De Niro or Al Pacino. I gotta listen to him more. Do I got Christopher Walken? Let me see. I'm thinking of some things. Nah, my Christopher Walken sounds too much like Woody Allen. I just know this thing. It's really, really peculiar. I just want to touch it and feel it and do all kinds of things and I feel really in touch with myself. You got that really Jewish voice. The things that you're saying, it's very, very Jewy. And it's racist to say Jewy, but that's the only way I can describe how I'm speaking. Like, is it Semitic? Do I gotta say Semitic? Is that the way I'm speaking right now? I don't know exactly what it is. Like, people that know Woody Allen, they're gonna probably think this is the worst impersonation of Woody Allen they've ever heard, but I've never done it before. I'm just going off the cuff, man. Just killing time till I get to this destination. You understand what I'm saying? Damn, cut me some slack, man. You ain't gonna give a brother no slack. I'm supposed to be perfect with everything that I say. Damn. The hell? Who else we got? Jerry Seinfeld is pretty much the same. Like, what's going on? All these people, they're wearing socks. I don't understand why they're wearing socks. Socks are just shoes without heels. You basically have on 2 pairs of shoes if you got on socks. You're just whining and complaining. Who else I got? Who else? I'm running through my bag of impersonations. I know how to just do voices in general, like British. Like, listen here, we have to get ourselves a spot of tea. Or I'm just driving in the car and I'm talking to every single one of you individuals because this is a tap-in, the comedy hour, the comedy commute home. Nobody's hopping in. The only person that's watching is Matt Jones. Matt Jones is the only person that's watching right now. My old friend from Eastern Connecticut's 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know. Only 50 Cent I know how to do is the dude that impersonates 50 Cent in Raising Canaan. He the only one I really know how to do, but 50 Cent, which is very similar to Charlie Murphy a little bit. Charlie Murphy is kind of like, I see that voice is raspy. My voice, when I try to do the raspy voices, it's making me cough, though. I'm gonna lay off those. And I'm about to get off this soon, too, man. I'm giving y'all mad entertainment. It's Shaquille O'Neal every single day. I come to the court, playing basketball. I can tell you right now, even at 50 years old, I get on the court, I give 20 and 10, 15 minutes. That's a terrible Shaq. Terrible Shaq. Terrible! It's fucking terrible, man. Charles Barkley is... Oh, yeah, if you got Charles Barkley, then you gotta have Muhammad Ali because they talk similar. I'm the greatest of all time. I'm Muhammad Ali. I'm coming back from the grave. You see, Mayweather and Pacquiao, basically brought themselves back from the grave. They're gonna fight. So if Mayweather and Pacquiao want to fight, and ooh, I got to come back from the grave and I have to fight too. I got impersonations for days, bro. Jamaican, I work on there. The people that come around here and they tell me certain things. Man, bash you and pound your face if you say the wrong things for me. See? Yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man. Scottish, I don't know exactly what's going on, but if you're going to do it for Scotland. Russian, welcome to the KGB. You must understand. We are a certain organization. That shit is terrible. I definitely gotta practice my shit. Like if I ever I don't do a lot of impersonations on stage. It's just like my thing is I'm not necessarily about celebrity impersonations per se, but when I hear voices, I'm very, 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 very good at like mimicking that. That's my shit. I wonder at the Napa Auto Parts if they got the thing that can pop out the dents. But yo, I have fun with y'all mofos. That's another one. This is number 8 in the books. We're gonna do it one more time tomorrow, and then I got shows all weekend. Peace.